Hi guys, so I'm doing something a little bit different today. Like the YouTube channel name is Misha's Manic Musings, so it's been a little bit all of the same at the moment, so I thought I would do something more about one of my other loves in life. Apart from makeup, apart from books, which will soon be on the channel I'm sure, my other love is films, as you can gather from what we're looking at here. Oh, Laurel and Hardy down the bottom there. There's quite a few, and they don't all fit in the shot. But I'm gonna I don't want to do about too many of them. I thought I was going to break it down into sections. So on the top left there, that's all my Disney animations. So we've got Blu-rays, Steelbooks, and one DVD because I can't find it on to purchase as a Blu-ray or as a Steelbook, which needs to be sorted out quickly. So I was thinking I was going to do those first because they only go to about there, and then the rest is TV shows to watch. And then the next couple of rows down here is Blu-rays. So that's, I don't have a big collection. I've only been collecting them for maybe a couple of years now, something like that. So I don't have a big collection. And then along the very bottom row that you can just see is TV shows. That's also TV shows in there as well that I need to watch. And then there's my DVDs, which I'm gradually cutting down on. The ones that I can find on Blu-ray, unless the extras are different, I just get rid of the DVDs. But apart from that, that's them all. So that's just a quick overview. Let's get into the actual video. I don't actually know why I have this in my collection. I've never seen it all the way through. I've seen bits of it, and I think this is probably my dad's Steelbook. No number. But it's one of those films that... Is it a film? I'm not sure. They could have made it embossed again on the back here. I don't know, it's not for me. I've tried to sit and watch it and it's not something I like. I don't like all the music in it. The next film here I actually made a big mistake with. I got a Finding Dory, which was all good. I quite enjoyed it. I saw it on Love Film, no number, yeah. And I thought, yeah, it's alright. And then I realised I didn't have Finding Dory, that is Finding Dory, Finding Nemo. So I ordered Finding Nemo, and it's the lenticular one. And I don't like the lenticular Steelbooks. They've been re-releasing them a lot on Zavvi recently. I think they did one of Beauty and the Beast possibly as well. But it's the change between the two films. I think if you're going to do a sequel, it probably should be that way around. If you're going to do a sequel, it should be similar. It shouldn't be two completely different looking films, because that annoys me. I don't like it. I don't like the design of it, and I haven't opened these since I got them. I think they're still keepers. I like them both, but this is annoying me. Another film that really doesn't get the credit it deserves, and people slate it for unnecessary reasons, but The Fox and the Hound. I liked it when I first saw it. I did have a little cry. I got it in Love Film. It has the number in the correct format. It is... I don't know if it's unfairly slated. I think it has its problems. I think it was one of those films that wasn't a lot of maybe thought put into. I mean, it's only 83 minutes when you think about it. It's very simple, it's very heartwarming. I don't think it's the best Disney film. I don't think it ever will be the best Disney film, but I enjoy it. And that's really all that matters. So when this film came out, I bought it on Steelbook. It has the number. I watched it, I loved it, I bought the soundtrack, I bought the novelisation. Novelisation. I think it's a good film. I think a lot of parents would be sickened by this by the time their children have finished watching it. I don't really think much of the background to this. I just think it's plain. I'm not going to take both of them out because I can't be bothered. But it's just plain, it's adverts. That's just it. It's just the castle behind there that she's looking up at. Again, not embossed. And it's just... That could have looked so cool if it was embossed, you know? Sven. Watch Moana, you'll actually see him. He appears. I spotted him. I was so proud of myself. But the hair, you can really see again, if this was done back in the early days of Disney, it wouldn't have looked quite like that. It's not the best. It's not up to the standards of Brave, I would say. But particularly when Elsa takes her hair out and she pulls it out from the braid, it looks amazing, and I really don't think that could have been done back in the day. I think because now that they've had the technology to I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, to do the hair, I think they have that now. I think it can still use some work. I still haven't got this on Blu-ray. I'm holding out in the hope that it gets released on Steelbook. The Blu-ray is only £8 at the moment, I think, on Amazon. I like the film. The problem I find with The Incredibles is it's forgettable, really. It's not, again, the best Disney film. It doesn't have a number on the spine. But it's funny. I mean, it has good moments in it. I just don't think it's particularly memorable. And I don't think it's the best one that they've done. And I know what'll happen. As soon as I buy the Blu-ray, it'll get announced on Steelbook. I think this needs to be released on Steelbook. Or if it has been, then I've missed it, which could also be the case, which would be unfortunate. But I'm keeping it with my Blu-rays at the moment instead of down there with my DVDs, because it's a reminder that I need to look out for it and I need to get it at some point. If you have not seen this film, what are you doing with your life? Inside Out is funny. The characters are just unreal. That's me right there. I hope you can't hear the washing machine in the background there. Inside Out was one of those films that, again, I'm not sure if it gets the credit it deserves, but I like the back here because it's a little bit embossed. Can I just in there and there as well, which you can probably see. But there's actually 3 discs in here. So you've got your 3D disc in the background there, and you've got your bonus disc, and it's just joy looking at all the memories there. But I do like this film. It's definitely worth rewatching again and again, which I do quite frequently, although I really need another rewatch. But Disappointingly, no number on the spine. If anyone has the rhyme or reason why there's no numbers on some of the spines, please tell me, because it frustrates the hell out of me. Have you seen the live action version of this? I watched the live action version. I wouldn't watch it again. Again, it's not one of my favourite films. If I was going to watch a film about a boy in the jungle, I would watch Tarzan, because it's so much better. There's something about this film that I don't like. King Louis. Again, the J card is different as well, and it doesn't have a number on the spine. This is the J card that should have been on Dumbo. It's just so it wouldn't have covered up the mouth so much. Basic inside, just Baloo and Mowgli there. And a dreadful background. What? Why? I know it's supposed to be the jungle, but why? It's just unnecessary. Again, with the difference in the J cards. Good grief. Slipcases, whatever they're called, I don't know, but that one has a number, as you can see. I like this film. I really don't like her. I really don't like Peggy. But again, he features in another film, didn't he? I can't remember what. I've seen him in another film. He definitely appears somewhere. Oh, I think it was in 101 Dalmatians, was it not? But as a slightly different character. The plain kind of back again. That could have been embossed. I don't know why some are embossed, but that's making me hungry. Spaghetti and meatballs right now. I think that scene was quite sweet for me, I think. He was a bit of a bad dog, and she was the good girl. And we all know the bad dogs, don't we? I like how with this it's very slightly embossed there. I don't think it's showing up quite how I'd like it, that the title's embossed. I'm probably not going to be popular with this opinion. I don't like The Lion King. I actually ordered this on Zavi, then cancelled my order, then realised actually I want to go back and revisit it. By that point it's sold out. So I ended up getting it on eBay, probably for a great price hike. But I got it on eBay when it was still technically, when it was still actually available on Zavi, or it should have still been available on Zavi. But needs must. Stupid bloody codes again. It's something I need to go back and revisit, because the first time I saw it I didn't like it, and I've only seen it the once. So to me, it's been years since I saw this. I can't think, probably when it originally came out, which is what, the late 90s. So I need to go back and revisit it. I've unsealed it for some reason. I can't remember why I unsealed it, probably to have a look. But one day I'll go back and revisit it and see if, because I'm now older, not wiser, but if I'm older and I prefer it. Another one that I have two versions of. So I've got the Little Mermaid on Steelbook. And again, same as Cinderella, I have the triple one. I am not sure if I'm going to keep this, simply because I have tried watching Return to the Sea and I didn't enjoy it, and I've never gone back to watch Ariel's beginning. is one of those films again. Didn't need a sequel. No, not really. Was it like Cinderella? Didn't need a sequel. Where's my number? There is no number, not even on the J card. This is the best that they can come up with for a background. I'm really not impressed. I mean, ooh, a couple of little bubbles, that's it. You could have come up with like Flounder or Sebastian or a picture of the castle maybe, which is probably going to be on the inside now I think about it. But this is probably one of the worst Disney Steelbooks I've seen. There's nothing on the inside. It's just blue. I mean, that's just the embossing of the title there from the other side. We've got a couple of fronds down here. A couple of fronds down here. Imagination in that was severely lacking. When you see things like that, it's like, well, I wish I hadn't bought it now. I wish I'd just gone for the Blu-ray and just stuck with this one. Because compared to the Steelbook, there's a lot more imagination going into even just the front cover there. I mean, there's so much that they could have used for the Steelbook and they just didn't. I don't understand it.